Hello everyone, welcome to Free Range Diva. I have a fun video for you today. I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, and hopefully it's one of yours as well, and that is using oils on the skin and the benefits of oils on the skin. And the reason why is because I am making a body oil today from a DIY using essential oils and oils that I have here at the house. And then I'm going to put it in this beautiful bottle and use it in my bathroom. So, let's get started. Okay, so what you see here in front of me are some essential oils that I've pulled out to use today, as well as my whole stash here, because we're going to be experimenting a little bit with fragrances. But let me tell you about why using plant oils specifically is so beneficial to your skin. So let's talk about oil glands and your skin's oil and fatty acid lipid composition. Yes, your skin has lipids, oils in it. It has a specific fatty acid profile, and because of that, when you apply oils to the skin, it absolutely knows what to do with them. And depending on how light the oils are, will determine how well that they absorb. But oils do absorb into the skin. So for absorption, some of the lightest and best oils that you can use are going to be jojoba oil, sunflower oil, which you'll see today, that's what I'm using, almond oil, grapeseed oil, fractionated coconut oil, as well as argan oil. And when you look at other companies that put together their own blends, you're going to see specifically jojoba oil and sunflower oil repeated a lot. Jojoba oil, because it has, of the plant world, it has the closest match to your natural fatty acid lipid composition of human skin. The only oil that is an exact match to your skin's fatty acid is beef tallow. And the first oil actually was more of a body butter that I put together when I started this 10 years ago. Was beef tallow combined. I rendered out my own beef tallow and combined it with sunflower oil because it was a time when my skin was extremely irritated, extremely inflamed. And honestly, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. The minute I sit down and start filming, the phone starts ringing. Okay, so I was talking about beef tallow. And I was saying that it was at a time when my skin was really, really irritated. And the mixture that I put together with the tallow mixed with sunflower oil was the only thing. And I tried dozens of lotions. I have a friend who's a dermatologist. He dropped me off a big bag with just like dozens of different samples of things. Everything burned my skin because my skin was just really inflamed and irritated. But anyway, the good news is the tallow and the sunflower oil healed it up. Didn't burn, didn't irritate, it healed my skin. So that was my first experience with oils. That is why, that and a couple other reasons, which I'll get into later, is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about using oils on your skin as opposed to lotions. So the thing about the lighter oils that makes them so absorbent is that their molecules are smaller. Also, essential oils have very small molecules and they can also be absorbed in the skin. So, get yourself a couple of oils, a couple of the lighter oils that I mentioned, jojoba, fractionated coconut, grapeseed, sunflower. What am I leaving out? Almond is a really, really good one. And you can easily put together something that is going to be customized to you and your needs, and it's going to do a really good job of keeping your skin hydrated, especially through the winter. The only oils that you would not want to use would be mineral oils, petroleum-based oils, because those oils are occlusive, and what they're useful for is after you've gotten out of the shower and your skin's really wet, if you want to have something that is going to seal in that moisture, then you're looking for something a little more occlusive. But right now, just for moisturizing and hydrating, we're going to be going in the light plant-based area. Also, oils like what we're going to be making today have been used for millennia for doing exactly what we want to do. A lot of products today, lotions and moisturizers and things, advertise themselves as healing your skin barrier, of reinforcing your skin's barrier after you've done any number of things that you could possibly do to disrupt it. There are products that say that they will rebuild and put your skin's barrier back together. Well, if you just use a simple oil, your skin's mantle will repair itself on its own. Your natural barrier will just come back on its own because, again, it understands oils when you put them on your skin. The skin knows what to do with them. Another reason why I have rejected lotions and creams and things like that over oils is because they are now using ingredients, particularly in the green space, in the green and clean beauty space. They're using ingredients that are sourced from corn, specifically genetically modified corn. There was a time in green beauty when most brands had policies against using GMOs, but I guess they forgot about those. And there are propanediol is one of them. Hexanediol, I believe, is 1,2-hexanediol, I think that's how you say it, are two really, really popular ones. Also, maltodextrin, citric acid. These are all, lactic acid is another one. They're all corn. They're all genetically modified. So for me, if I can opt out of the companies that use products that support the glyphosate Roundup industry that is not only ruining our crops, but it's ruining our health. It's getting into the food supply because it's getting into the water supply. Glyphosate's been found in groundwater. It's been found in snow melt, snowpack. When it sprays, it can travel hundreds of miles in the air and then just settle someplace. So it's ubiquitous in our environment, and anything that I can do, little old me, to not support that, I'm going to do it. I don't know currently of any cleaner, greener companies that just reject GMOs altogether, but I do look for products that don't have them in them. So anyway, so that brings us back to making your own oils. The oils that I'm going to be using today are all cold pressed, some even sourced from organic materials, hexane free. So they're all going to be good for you, and they were made in a way that supports the planet, that supports the environment. So I decided today to check out the website called Beauty Heroes. They specialize in selling luxury, uber high quality, clean and green and sustainably sourced beauty brands. The reason why is because I wanted to look at some of their facial oils, their high quality, very expensive facial oils, to check out some of the other oils that you're going to see in brands, or that you can access yourself. So a lot of high quality facial brands will include things like plum oil, rosehip oil, argan oil, broccoli seed oil, but you'll also find some rather exotic oils available like chia seed, raspberry seed, burudi oil, pomegranate seed oil, and tamanu oil. So all of these oils have benefits. They all have different weights, different textures. Some are heavier than others. Some are lighter, like broccoli oil has a feeling that people compare to the slip of silicone. So if you're someone that likes that feeling in your products, that slippy silicone-like feeling, but you don't want to use silicone, then look for something with broccoli seed oil in it. And then a quick word about essential oils from an aromatherapy perspective, because as I've already said, they do penetrate. The scent molecules of essential oils travel directly from the olfactory nerves right into the brain. Specifically, they end up in an area called the amygdala, which is the emotional center of the brain. So when you smell things like lavender oil and you start to feel calm. I have a pillow mist that I DIY sitting right over there that's got lavender and chamomile. Spray that on my pillow, lay down, and it's lights out. It is amazing how quickly that stuff works. If you go into, for example, if you're doing something like forest bathing where you're walking in a forest and you're smelling the essential oils that are naturally in, like pine needles and leaves and the bark of the trees, your blood pressure is going to start to drop. The walk combined with the aromatherapy has that effect, a physical effect on the body. So I am a big proponent of essential oils. So let's talk about what I'm going to, as you can see here, let's talk about what I'm going to be using today. Recently, I put in an order to Eden Botanicals. They make perfume grade essential oils, very high quality. And so I picked up a couple. I picked up this bergamot, citrus. It's very lightweight and refreshing. And then I also grabbed some cardamom, which is much more grounding, right? So the cardamom I got a sample of, and I will probably use this whole thing in the oil I'm using today. And then I'm gonna mix probably mostly bergamot, adding to it some cedar wood for a little more grounding, and then for just a slight floral, I've got some jasmine absolute right here that I'm going to be putting in. So yeah, let's start playing. When making something like a body oil for long-term daily use, you want to use an essential oil solution of 1%. So that's about 9 drops per ounce, or 30 mils, or 2 tablespoons. So 1 ounce, 30 mils, 2 tablespoons is all about the same amount of carrier oil, and for that you'll take 9 drops of essential oil. That will give you safely a 1% dilution. I'm going to put together about 6 ounces of this because I want to, this is a really big bottle, and I don't want to fill it up because I want to make sure that I actually use it all before it starts to go bad. So let's start playing, shall we? Sorry, I forgot to turn the camera on, but I just put this whole sample size of the cardamom in here. This is 1 mil. So I put the whole thing in there, probably about 15, 20 drops, I would say. So here's the bergamot. So let's put, okay, so I put about 15 drops of that. Cedar. So is that 30? Okay. We'll do 10. 6. I wish I had vanilla. Oh. I'm going to add a little chamomile. I did about 6 drops of chamomile. And then jasmine absolute is very strong, so we'll just do a few drops of that. Yeah. Is it empty? Where are you? Oh no. I'm out. So I'm going to actually fill this up with oil and then just use whatever I can get out of the bottom. So let me go downstairs where the oil is, and we'll add the oil together and then see what we got. The 3 oils I'm using for carrier oils are jojoba oil, organic sunflower oil, and 100% squalane oil. The squalane I chose because it's hydrating, it helps restore the skin's lipid barrier, and helps minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. First, the last of the jasmine absolute goes in. Then I'm going to fill up a measuring cup to 6 ounces with the sunflower, jojoba, and squalane oils. The squalane is the thinnest and lightest of the 3, and the jojoba is the heaviest.
Et voilà!
All right, I'm back. I've got my oil blend right here. I've been mixing it. I've just been shaking it around a little bit to mix everything together, and I'm starting to get a beautiful soft fragrance coming off of it. So the thing to do now is to try it. So let's see. I'm just going to put a little bit. Well, that absorbed. Look at how quickly that absorbs. Something's coming stronger than I want. What is it? Definitely not that. Not that. Not the chamomile. What is it? Add a little more chamomile in here. That is nice. The consistency is just perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. So, perfect. So, this is now going on my bathroom. These make wonderful gifts. If you want to, I'm definitely going to put together another blend for a friend, but I will link to where I got these bottles and where I found my oils. Eden Botanicals, as well as Plant Therapy is another place that I like to get oils from. And give it a try. Save some money. Putting together a bottle, like this size bottle of oil, if you tried to buy that, would be like $90 to $100 easily. So this you can put together for a fraction of that amount, and still, and you don't have to mix all that. Like if you love rose, just get a rose essential oil and use that, or a jasmine, or whatever your favorite fragrance is. There's essential oil out there that will accommodate you, whether it's more earthy or foresty, you know, like lots of wintry kind of pines and eucalyptus, or if you like just a lighter floral. Just check out what is out there and how much is available, because you can put together really anything you want for any season. This one is going to be perfect for winter, but in summer I might try just a simple floral like a lavender rose or something, and a chamomile. That would be absolutely beautiful, even at any time of year actually, particularly if you like florals. So I hope I've given you some food for thought, and that you'll consider making your own oils at home instead of buying expensive lotions and things at the, at Sephora or wherever you shop. And if you enjoyed the video and if you found it helpful, then please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you think it was really helpful. And if you'd like to see more from me, then please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing here at Free Range Diva. All right, everyone, until I see you in my next video, I'm just going to wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye!